I call my colleagues' attention to an issue that has affected many families in Iowa and throughout the country. That issue is elder abuse and neglect of those same people. Many older Americans reside in assisted care facilities, nursing homes, and all kinds of group living arrangements. It's critical that these care facilities and the staff at the facilities not only follow the law, but provide the type of care that they would want their own family members to receive. The Des Moines Register last year published reports suggesting a troubling lack of compassionate care for elderly residents in some of the nursing homes in my state. But we also had other reports surfacing in 2017 of nursing home workers in at least 18 different facilities taking humiliating and unauthorized photos of elderly residents and posting them on social media websites. Earlier this year, I convened an oversight hearing at which we heard from the daughters of two elderly women who resided in a federally funded nursing home. One testified that her mother, an Iowan, died due to neglect in a facility that held the highest possible rating, a 5-star rating, on a federal government website. The family discovered that the nursing home was the subject of multiple complaints and investigation related to those complaints in recent years. Yet, after each complaint, government inspectors reported the facility had come back, quote, into substantial compliance with program requirements, end of quote. At this same hearing, another witness from another state testified about her mother's rape in a nursing home. These and similar cases around the country point to the need for reform. By one estimate, 1 in 10 persons older than the age of 60 will fall victim to elder abuse each year. And according to the Inspector General at the Department of Health and Human Services, 1/3 of nursing home residents may experience harm while under the care of these facilities. In more than half of these cases, the harm was preventable. That's why statutes like the Elder Abuse Prevention and Prosecution Act, which I championed in the last Congress, also the Older Americans Act, which promotes seniors' independence, and the Elder Justice Act, which I have long supported, are also very important pieces of legislation. Yesterday, I introduced a resolution designating June 15th as World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. I'd like to thank my lead co-sponsor, Senator Blumenthal of Connecticut, for joining me in introducing this legislation. The ranking member of the Senate Finance Committee, as well as the leaders of Senate Aging Committee, Senators Collins and Casey, along with Senators Lankford and Hassan, also our original co-sponsors. I thank all of them for doing that. This bipartisan resolution recognizes those adult protective services and healthcare personnel, ombudsmen, criminal justice personnel, and advocates who help prevent and combat elder abuse in communities all around our country. It calls for us to promote awareness and long-term prevention of elder abuse. Congress has a very key role to play in ensuring the protections of seniors, not only in the passing of legislation, but in our constitutional oversight role to make sure that the executive branch of government faithfully executes those laws. And in faithfully executing our laws, in spirit as well in the legalese, they will be helping us prevent elder abuse. Years ago, I joined my colleagues in developing an earlier version of Elder Justice Act. It's time to update and extend the key programs authorized under this important law, which authorize the Elder Justice Coordinating Council and also authorize resources to support forensic centers to investigate elder abuse, among other initiatives in that important legislation. I'm working closely with the members of the Elder Justice Coalition on legislation to accomplish that goal. It's also time for us to update and extend the Older Americans Act, which I've long supported. As Finance Committee Chairman, I intend to convene a hearing to discuss ways that we can continue to promote the health and well-being of our seniors, which is an issue I've long time cared about. Creating a supportive, inclusive environment in our communities is essential to preventing elder abuse, and that is what the World Elder Abuse Awareness Day is all about. I urge my colleagues to join me in raising awareness for the most vulnerable among us, protecting our loved ones, and protecting people we don't know. But in the process of our doing that, we need to empower all citizens to take a stand against elder abuse. I yield the floor.